Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, I'm going to cover a project that has an extremely high chance of being listed on Binance, and this project is called BBS network or the BBS token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website bbsnetwork.io in order to learn more about this project, right? And before we talk about that, I also want to let you guys know, if you watch till the end of this video, I will tell you how I managed to figure out that this project will get a guaranteed Binance listing. For that, you need to watch till the end of the video, right? So before we talk about the BBS network, I want to talk to you guys about Get.io. Get.io, if you guys don't already or know, it's a major centralized exchange that's known for listing low market cap gem tokens way before they get listed on other major centralized exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. What this means is, if you have a Get.io account and if you invest in these low market cap gem tokens, you stand a chance to make 10, 20, 50 or even 100x gains on these cryptos, right? And if you don't already have a Get.io account right now, I highly recommend you guys to use the link in the description to set up a Get.io account today, and by doing so you get the following benefits. So if you go to their website, you can clearly see that you can buy cryptocurrencies on their platform. You can also look at pricing information for several cryptocurrencies, including low market cap gem tokens that you can only find in Get.io, and you can also trade these low market cap cryptos with multiple trading pairs, which includes BTC, ETH, USDT, USDC, as well as several other trading pairs depending on the ecosystem. For example, if it's a Polkadot ecosystem, you can also trade those low market cap tokens with DOT tokens, right? So Get.io already provides you with a lot of opportunity to not just buy and sell these low market cap crypto, but also look at the pricing information and sell them to a variety of other cryptos because of the trading pairs on their platform, right? And if you want to earn some passive income while you're holding on to these low market cap crypto, they also have you covered because they have an earn platform where you can use your low market cap crypto to lend it out or to stake it or to provide liquidity to it, or even use their dual investment platform or several other means or tools for making revenue with your low market cap crypto while you're holding on to it till it goes to the moon, right? So that's one way to make money from your cryptos. And if you are a person who wants to trade NFTs or who buys and sells NFTs and flips NFTs for profit, but you're tired of spending all those gas fees on Ethereum, you can basically find that opportunity here as well, because Get.io offers their own exclusive NFT platform for people to buy and sell NFTs. They have some of the best high quality collections out there of any platform out there, and you can basically use their NFT platform to make some good gains as well, right? You can also use their startup platform where you can buy new tokens at the lowest possible price in their IEO form, which is the initial exchange offering form, whereby you can buy cryptocurrencies way before they even get listed on Get.io in order to sell them for a profit or hold on to them till they get listed on major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase and make some incredible gains, right? So as you can clearly see, Get.io provides you with multiple means to make income from crypto. So if you don't already have a Get.io account, I highly recommend you guys to use the link in the description to set up a Get.io account, because by doing so you will not only get the following benefits that we discussed right now, but you'll also get a 30% trading fee rebate, which you can only get by using the referral link, because it is a referral link and it's a bonus for all referrals out there. So if you use the link in the description, you get a 30% trading fee rebate, along with the fact that you'll be supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the BBS token, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information present on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, along with the information present on the website itself. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So let's get into what BBS is. So if you go to their CoinMarketCap page, all you can find is they basically talk about which platform you can buy the BBS network tokens in, as well as some of the market cap, as well as price information, which is literally available on the top part of the coin market caps page itself, which we'll go through in a few seconds. But apart from that, they haven't provided any information about this token, right? So this automatically shows that this is a very, very low market cap token, which is not that popular right now. And that's a good indication for people who want to make some incredible gains with this token, because this is the time to buy tokens like this when nobody's noticing or talking about it, right? So that's a clear indication that nobody's talking about this token. So let's go to the website itself, which is bbsnetwork.io, in order to learn what this project is all about, right? So what is this project? Blockchain based user owned bulletin board system. So as you can clearly see, they first of all have a pretty cool website, and they are a blockchain project that is user owned, which means it's a community owned project, and their main focus is providing a bulletin board system where you can highlight some of the important events in crypto through their platform, right? So that's basically what BBS network is all about. So here they are stating your content, your money, your BBS. So you can choose to showcase your content through the BBS network. You can actually make your own money through the BBS network by showcasing your content, as well as you can use the BBS token to do exactly that, right? So that's a quick highlight that we get from BBS network, a blockchain network of bulletin board systems where users can create forums to post, comment, and share ideas while generating revenue from their content. So now they're providing more information about their project itself, which is basically a blockchain bulletin board system. Okay, if you don't know what a bulletin board system is, it's basically a platform where you can actually create content or make posts or blogs, and you can actually monetize those content on their platform, right? So it's a platform that hosts other platforms to make contents that are user generated, right? And you can basically create forums or posts or comments or share ideas, and while you're doing that, you'll be earning revenue through their platform. So that's the best thing about this platform, because it's similar to YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, where you can provide your content, which could be in the post, comment, or image form or video form, and you can earn revenue when people interact with it, right? So you can click on the BBS directory in order to learn more about this project, and if you can see, this is kind of how their platform looks like, right? It has a similar look to Facebook. It's kind of like a decentralized Facebook, if you can say that. And in the top right corner, you can have your profile picture in the icon stage, and you have a wallet icon where you can see that there's some money in there, dollar sign in there, right? So this is kind of like the wallet where you can store not just your BBS tokens but also other tokens as well. You have a notification section, message section. On the top left corner you can see their logo itself, and here you have the cover photo, which is kind of like the Facebook kind of ripoff, and you can find your profile picture where they mentioned it's Star Wars theory. You can create a group, you can create kind of like a community within their platform, you can create a user account, and so on and so forth, right? You can, if you create a community account, this is kind of how it looks like. You can make posts, you can have polls, you can have an about section, and you can have the transactions section where people can donate money to your forum, right? So pretty much an exact same platform like Facebook, but it's fully decentralized and it's community governed, right? And if you scroll below, you can basically see some of the template interactions that people have, and just like Facebook, you can pin a post, you can have thumbs up, thumbs down, as well as comments, and whenever people interact with your post, you get revenue in the form of BBS tokens, right? And on the right hand side, you can see the about community section. All of this is fully blurred because that's how it is in the website, but if you zoom in, or if you kind of like increase the resolution, you can see some of the similarities and some of the details of all the information that they have on their about section, which you can find pretty much on a regular social media platform like Facebook, right? So that's basically the main focus of BBS network. If you scroll below, they're basically saying introducing BBS version 1 is Kraken. So they have a version 1 which is called Kraken, and BBS is a network of user-owned message boards similar to Reddit as well. BBS is like a Reddit forum with moderators, now decentralized to run on any website. So obviously the layout looks like Facebook, but it's mostly like Reddit. It's just a decentralized form of Reddit, where it has a group of moderators Again, these are all individuals from the community itself. So it's a fully decentralized platform. There's no censorship. Obviously, there are rules that you would have to follow that is laid out by the community, but the rules are flexible and there's no real centralized authority that will block you or disregard your account or can kind of like flag your post or something like that, right? You have full control of what you post and it's fully community governed. The network itself is a collection of all the BBS boards wherever they are. Anyone can create a BBS on any subject and run it on their own domain. So clearly, the network contains a collection of different boards, which is, again, in this case, it will be a collection of posts and images and messages and all that, and it's kind of constitutes a single platform, and anyone can create a BBS. A BBS is basically like the post that's what a BBS is. So anyone can create a post or an account or a subject and run it on their own domain. Every post is actually an NFT that users can create, buy, sell and collect revenue from the ad space on posts they own. So again, the best thing about this platform is that any post that you make becomes an NFT because it's in the blockchain. So anything that you create gets registered on the blockchain forever and becomes an NFT. And if your post is quite popular, for some reason you upload an image that you took through your phone of a natural scenery, it's an NFT on BBS, right? And if you have a lot of interactions, people can technically buy it from you within the platform itself. So that's a pretty cool way of making additional income as well, right? So those are the main highlights of what BBS network does, right? So revenue is automatically shared between the ecosystem. So this is another key thing. Revenue is fully shared within the ecosystem. There is no centralized authority, as I mentioned. BBS admins who are owners, community moderators are present, content publishers who are posters, operators who host webs, as well as developers who create new features. So this is the main group of individuals who partake in the BBS network ecosystem, right? And if you scroll further below, you can see BBS is a censorship resistant. So this is the most important concept that BBS is offering to the crypto space, because you can't really censor anyone or any item or flag anything, because everything is on the blockchain, right? As I said, each and every content that is going on BBS becomes an NFT, thereby you can't really delete it from the internet because it kind of exists there forever, and therefore this gives a lot of people a lot of freedom to express themselves without any censorship resistance, right? The BBS message board software utilizes blockchain technology as a public database. So clearly they use blockchain technology as a public database. This means that all BBS users, content and wallets can always be recovered and can never be censored, shut down, seized or altered by anyone, not even BBS. So as I said, since it's based on blockchain technology, anything that gets created is an NFT and therefore it cannot be censored by anyone or any authority or including the BBS themselves. So they are completely on the blockchain forever and it's immutable, right? And if you scroll further below, you can see some of the beautiful artwork in the back, the BBS token. So now we are talking about the BBS token itself because that's the main token of this ecosystem. So BBS network token, the BBS token is the standard payment method accepted by all BBSs in the network and for NFTs and ad buys, ensuring financial interoperability between the nodes and a shared incentive system. So clearly the BBS token is the main token of the network and it's used and accepted by all BBSs, which means all the posts and contents out there, and it's all used for kind of like buying and selling NFTs, and for ad buys you can buy ads using BBS as well as ensuring financial interoperability between the nodes and the shared incentive system, right? So clearly BBS token is kind of like the dollar of the BBS network, because you can use the BBS tokens to basically purchase ads, buy and sell NFTs and interact with the platform overall, right? And if you scroll further below, there's also a governance component to it, because as I said, it's a community governed project, which means there's a governance aspect of it as well. So BBS token holders have full control over projects through the BBS DAO, such as resource allocation, which is rewards, product roadmap, features, and BBS tokenomics, issuance and burning. So obviously there's a lot of other important use cases to the BBS token as well. Apart from just being used as a utility token, it's also a governance token. So if you hold BBS tokens, you can participate in the BBS DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, which includes a community of BBS token holders who vote and decide on the future of the BBS network ecosystem, right? So this includes voting for the resource allocation, which means rewards. So you are rewarded for participating in the ecosystem. So by being in the DAO itself, you can decide, or you can have a say on how the rewards should be allocated. You can also decide on product roadmap features, as well as tokenomics, which includes issuance and burning as well, right? So that's the privilege that you'd get by holding the BBS tokens. One token, one vote. So every token that you hold will give you a single vote. So the more tokens you hold, the more influential you become within the BBS DAO, right? So if you scroll further below, you can see engagement rewards. So this is where we talk about the rewards within the ecosystem. So every day for the first year from launch, a fixed amount of BBS tokens will be distributed to boards based on engagement. So obviously, in order to encourage people to use their social media platform, they do have an incentive program where people get rewarded for the first year, okay, of the inception of this platform, a specific set of BBS tokens to boards that kind of like interact, or people who interact with the boards based on engagement, right? So BBSs will then be able to pay out their users, moderators, and other contributors according to their policy. So if you own a board, then you will be allocated a small amount of BBS tokens, which you can reward to the moderators, users, and contributors in order to encourage participation in the ecosystem, right? So I think the project is still relatively early, so if you're trying to participate in the ecosystem and earn some tokens, you can do that right away, right? Here they have their white paper, which I highly recommend you guys to read through, because it's a very interesting project and also a very unique and very enticing concept, because there's a lot of projects that try to become the decentralized YouTube, decentralized browser like Brave browser, for example, as well as decentralized walking app, banks, and so on and so forth. But I think there's not a lot of platforms that are focusing on being the decentralized community forums, or Facebook, or Reddit. I think BBS is one of the most unique and one of the most earlier projects out there, which has a high potential to grow, right? So if you want to learn more about this, I suggest you to read through the white paper, which is very important to understand what they do and what they plan to do in the future as well, right? If you scroll further below, what does blockchain have to do with public services like BBS? So here they're asking and answering questions that are communicated by the public. Since the BBS network runs on the blockchain, the service doesn't fully belong to any single entity such as Facebook or Reddit. It belongs to the public that uses it and to the token holders who govern it. So clearly they're stating this exact same information that we discussed a few seconds ago. That is, since it is a community governed project, it doesn't belong to one single entity like Facebook or Reddit, but instead belongs to the group of token holders or the community, and is governed by the community itself, right? So if we scroll further below, while each BBS message board is an independent entity, users can tag, message, post, and share content across every board in the network, which is decentralized and secure. So clearly you can interact with multiple other posts, just like in Facebook, right? And if you see here, every BBS owner sets their own community's moderation rules and content policies, and users choose freely which boards to visit and engage with that meet their needs. So clearly, if you want to be a part of one group on Facebook, you have to follow the rules of that particular group, otherwise you'll be kicked out, right? Or you won't be allowed to enter that group if you don't answer specific set of questions properly that align with the groups or the community's rules and requirements, right? Exactly the same concept is applied here as well, because here instead of groups you have boards, and those boards have moderators who set rules and policies of those particular boards. So if you want to participate or engage with a particular board, you need to follow those rules. So that's how rules are enforced within these boards, right? So that's pretty cool as well. And if you scroll further below, you can see BBSs can be customized and enhanced using plugin modules promoting user choice and variety, as well as piloting new features and empowering a diverse community of contributors to thrive. So they have plugin modules as well, where other dApps can plug in BBS network to their own platform, as well as piloting new features and empowering a diverse ecosystem whereby people can come in, create their own games or ecosystems within BBS in order to make it as a lively and thriving community, right? And if you see, all revenue from ads and NFT purchases are shared automatically and transparently between those who add value to the ecosystem, with many ways to contribute and benefit. So when it comes to purchasing NFTs and all the ad revenues, everything gets distributed transparently and equally within the community itself, and it helps the growth of the ecosystem, right? And if you scroll further below, you can see their mission, which is to establish a public network of online message boards as an attractive and reliable alternative to the solutions offered by today's internet giants. Clearly, they're trying to overthrow the current internet giants, Facebook, as well as Reddit and other centralized platforms, to ensure freedom of expression, collaboration, and liberty through open database technology. Clearly, these centralized platforms that are currently being used right now are literally censoring people on no grounds. They have their own arbitrary rules, and they censor people who follow the rules and leave out people who don't necessarily follow the rules. So there's literally no justice system currently in platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or even on YouTube, or even on Reddit as well. So in order to preserve freedom of speech and freedom of expression, BBS is trying to create their platform that caters towards the decentralized values and core beliefs that everybody has the right to express themselves the way they want to, right? And the third main goal of their platform is to deliver a sustainable blockchain solution based on revenue sharing among value creating members of an ecosystem, so that healthy incentive networks for products and communities can thrive. So again, in the current centralized ecosystem, revenue is unfairly distributed because people who share and make the most from the ads are the owners of Facebook, or the Facebook kind of like members, board members, as well as shareholders. They are the ones who make a lot of money. The content creators don't necessarily make a lot of money on Facebook, right? This is the same case for other centralized platforms like Twitter, YouTube, and all that, because YouTube takes out 45% of the revenue, whereas only 55% of the revenue goes to the content creators themselves. So there's clearly an unfair distribution, whereas in a decentralized network like BBS network, there's a sustainable revenue sharing mechanism where everything goes to the community on the content creators itself, right? So these are the three main goals that BBS is aiming to achieve through their platform. So here you can see some cool menu options that are definitely visually enticing. So here you can see old generation BBS, which is 1980s to 1990s, and they have multiple themes that that attract users, right? So here is the team members for this platform. You can go through their names. They are publicly doxed, and it is a publicly vetted project. They've also been a part of the DAO Maker show a while back. So they're clearly a very high quality project with people who don't really scam, because they're publicly doxed themselves. You can also go through them on their social media platforms as well as LinkedIn in order to see what other projects they are involved in, as well as what other projects they were involved in the past as well, right? If you see investors wise, this project has investments from DAO Maker Digital Currency Group, Bancor Finance, from where the founders are from as well, Polychain Capital, which have general partners, and if you see here, they are also invested by Tectona as well as Binance Labs, right? So clearly Binance Labs has a stake in this project, which means this project has a high chance of being listed on Binance extremely soon, right? And they're also invested by NFX. So clearly these are some of the big names out there. DAO Maker literally incubated this project, and that's one of the reasons why they're also invested in this project. Binance Labs, clearly the biggest name in this list, and once Binance Labs has invested in this project, there's definitely a sure shot guarantee that they will be listing this project as well on the Binance centralized exchange, right? So clearly this is also a clear indication that this project will get a Binance listing extremely soon. So if you scroll further below, you can see download logo assets. So there are lots of unique logo assets in pixelated forms which you can download, which is again a part of the full brand asset kit. If you want to associate yourself with the BBS network brand, you can download these assets, right? So if you scroll further below, there's no other information there. It's a pretty very well developed website and elegant information presentation on their website as well, which provides a lot of information and breaks down information in bite-sized pieces. So clearly this is a good project that's going to thrive and also get a Binance listing pretty soon as well, right? So going back to the coin market cap page for this token is currently ranked 1391st by market cap, by ranking on coin market cap, and it's currently trading at 1.7 cent at the time I'm making this video, at 1.32% increase in the past 24 hours. So clearly this token is starting to get recognized every once in a while, where people do research and they feel like this project will get a listing on Binance and they start buying this, which is why the project has a increase in the past 24 hours, right? So if you scroll further below, this project is available on the Ethereum blockchain as well as the BNB chain as well. You can find the token contract addresses from CoinMarketCap here. You can see the tags only reflect Ethereum ecosystem as well as BNB chain. It doesn't say it's a part of the Binance Labs portfolio. So that's one other thing that I want to let you guys know as well, that CoinMarketCap doesn't necessarily list all the Binance Labs portfolio tokens accurately. So you may end up missing a few tokens here and there. That's why if you watch till the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can find what's another method to find tokens that will get listed on Binance eventually, without having to rely on information from CoinMarketCap, right? So when you scroll further below, if you look at the market cap, it has an astoundingly low market cap for a huge potential project like this one. It only has a market cap of $1.1 million. So clearly it's a nano cap gem in my personal opinion, because the fundamentals are literally through the roof, because this is the kind of like platform that you can find in the future making waves, right? A migration of people from Facebook or Reddit will literally will happen for this project in the next 5 to 10 years from now, in my personal opinion, and decentralized social media platforms like BBS network will thrive in the future, right? But for a project that has a huge potential like that, the market cap is only $1.1 million, which means this project is literally getting unnoticed by anyone out there. And if you're watching this video, you're probably one of the few early adopters of this project. If you eventually manage to buy this project after doing your own research, then you're literally buying this project at the ground level possible, right? And now that the market has kind of like moved in the sideways direction, this is the best opportunity to look into projects like this in order to make like 10, 20 or even 100x gains potentially from this project, because I personally feel like this project has a high chance of reaching more than $500 million in market cap, right? So if you see, this project has a market cap of 1.1 million, and based on my personal prediction, I feel like this project has a $500 million market cap chance in the next 5 to 10 years from now, which means that's a 500x in gains from this token itself, right? So that's a huge gain potential for this token. But again, all of this is speculation and it's just my personal prediction, not financial advice. Please do your own research before you put your money on this token, right? When it comes to volume, the volume is also not that great. It's less than $100,000 in volume, but you can clearly see that the volume has increased 10.5% in the past 24 hours. So clearly there are people who are starting to notice this project, and they're starting to invest in this project with the anticipation of a Binance listing coming pretty soon, right? So that's pretty interesting to know. When it comes to the max supply, this project does not have a max supply because it is a social media project. They are not really capping the supply of this token because they're trying to incentivize people as much as they can by printing more of this token, which makes this tokenomics strategy one of the worst strategies, and that's one of the biggest weakness of this project, right? So there's no real cap, and there's no real way to predict the the scarcity of this token, because there's literally no scarcity because they have no cap, which means they can literally print more tokens in order to incentivize people to come to their platform, right? Which is obviously the negative end of the things. But as you can see, the circulating supply is only 66 2.2 million tokens. So clearly the token has a very low circulating supply. As the user base starts increasing, I think the community will eventually decide on having a cap. That's a high possibility that can potentially happen in the future. But since there's not a lot of traction with this platform, the fact that they need to have no cap on their max supply is a very important thing at this time being, because if they have a cap, they won't be able to generously reward newcomers, and that will hinder the growth of this project at this stage of their life cycle, right? So that's why I feel like in the future, as the project starts to grow, there will be a high chance where they will have a max cap on this token. But for now, there's no max supply, and that's one of the biggest negatives of this project, right? But apart from that, everything else is quite strong when it comes to fundamentals wise. It's just the tokenomics which is letting down this token, right? So when it comes to the all-time price chart, you can clearly see that the lack of max supply and obviously the market conditions that happened recently with the bear market, as well as the increased interest rates, the inflation, as well as the fact that the tokenomics itself doesn't support this token, clearly has played multiple factors into making this token dump like crazy in the recent times, right? The token was worth 16 cents as of its inception during 18th of February 2022, and it reached its first and its current all-time high of about 16 cents per token as of 19th of February 2022, and since then it started spiraling out of control, going literally like in a free fall, reaching its all-time low, which is at the current price of 1.7 cents. So it reached its all-time low currently, and it's currently at its all-time low. Even though the past 24 hours has been good for this token, in the grand scheme of things, this token is at its all-time low, right? Which is one of the biggest negatives of this project. And at the same time, you can clearly see that there is definitely not a lot of market cap increase that's happening. I don't think it will happen anytime soon, but I personally believe that a Binance listing will boost the token price to at least like 10 cents from its 1 cent current price point, right? So you can at least make an easy 10x once a Binance listing happens, but I don't think a Binance listing will happen anytime soon. It seems like Binance hasn't really listed any tokens, new tokens, in a very long time, because they have anticipated the bear market and they don't want to list a token in the bear market, because that's not a smart way to do business, right? But the moment we enter a bull market, the next bull market, I think Binance will start listing a lot of tokens, and I think this token will be a priority for them, because they did invest their money on this token and therefore they want to get some returns. So the only way they can get their returns is by listing this token on Binance and then providing liquidity and making money off trades, right? So that's how they'll be making money off this token. And once that happens, this token will start pumping to at least 10 cents per token. And then if you buy it at this price point, you can sell it at 10 cents and make a 10x easy gain, right? If you're trying to hodl this token for the long term, it is a really strong token to hodl in the long term as well. But due to the fact that they don't have a max supply, expect a lot of volatility, expect a lot of dumping, expect a lot of price slumping in the short term as well as mid term. And until a lot of people start using this platform, I don't think the token value will significantly increase anytime soon, right? But in the long term, there's definitely a high chance that this project will do extremely well. And when it comes to prices, a lot of people ask me how much money should I invest in a particular token, right? So I'm going to give 3 scenarios for this token, how much money you can put into this token in order to get the best returns possible. So I'm going to start with a traditional safe approach. If you are investing, let's say $100 into this token, which is the lowest and the safest risk that you could be taking in order to make money with this token. You won't make a lot of money if you put $100 into this token, but you will get a really huge sum of tokens by just putting $100, right? By putting $100, you get 5,547 tokens, and when it does a 10x, as I just mentioned, after a Binance listing, it will easily make you $1,000. So your $100 investment will make you $1,000 in gains, right? So clearly you can make 10x, but it's not going to be extremely profitable. Even though you will make 10x, it's not substantial enough to make life-changing gains, right? The next situation is if you are trying to take a little bit of risk, then you can probably put in, let's say, $500 into this token at the current price point, you will get 27,805 tokens, right? At the time I'm making this video. And if this token does 10x, as I said earlier, you will be making $5,000 from this token, which is a substantial profit, if you ask me, for a person who is willing to take a little bit more risk than by just investing $100 in this token, right? So obviously $500 will get you $5,000 in possible gains after a Binance listing, which will probably happen sometime in the beginning of the next bull rally, which will probably take in and of itself like 1.5 years from now, right? So obviously you need to have a little bit of a waiting game. You need to play a bit of a waiting game for this token. So it will be a little bit of a excruciating waiting game, because the next bull run doesn't seem to be anywhere near closer, so you need to be a little bit patient. But once you are patient and once a Binance listing does happen, this token will start shooting up, because its market cap is literally at the bottom, right? It's literally $1 million in market cap. If it does a 10x, it will be $10 million, which is easily achievable by this token once a Binance listing happens, right? So if you're going to be a little bit more degen, okay, again, you can be even more degen, but if you want to be a little bit more degen, you can put in maybe $1,000 or even more than $1,000, but let me provide you with a $1,000 scenario. If you put in $1,000, you get 1,592 tokens at the time I'm making this video, and that will give you $10,000 once this token reaches 10x, right? So a $1,000 investment will give you $10,000 in returns if you basically buy it at this price point and sell it at 10 cents per token, right? But again, as I said, the long-term price potential for this token is extremely high, and thereby if you wait longer, this token can do multiple x's. I think this token can even do a 500x, which will be easy to get, easy to make an incredible gain on this token if you put in $1,000, right? Obviously, I'm not encouraging anyone to put $1,000 or $500 or even $100, but you need to obviously do your own research to see which amount you want to put into this token. But obviously, you need to be patient. You need to understand the risk. This token can even go further lower than 1 cent if market becomes even more volatile, which it can obviously be, because we are still in the bear market, right? You can definitely expect this market to be a little bit more volatile and this token to also be volatile as well. So expect to see some some losses here and there, unrealized losses. But once we reach the next bull rally and once we see a Binance listing, you will make some good gains, right? So that's just my thoughts on what potential money you can put into this token. So when it comes to markets itself, you can only buy this token from a few handful of exchanges. It's not even listed on Get.io, which means it's even more unknown when it comes to the grand scheme of cryptos. When it comes to grand scheme of crypto, which means you have a high chance of making money when Get.io lists this token, and when maybe Huobi Global or OKX lists this token as well, and then when Binance lists this token, that's when the token will start spiking up. So every exchange listing this token will give you a small short-term gain opportunity, right? So you can buy this token from MEXC or PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is the best option to buy, or you can buy it in an ERC20 fashion where you can buy it from Bancor network. But you can clearly see that there's arbitrage opportunities as well between MEXC, PancakeSwap as well as Bancor network. You can make arbitrage gains as well in the extremely short-term period, right? But if you're buying this token, let's say from PancakeSwap, and then waiting for it to get listed on Get.io, this token will spike to at least like 5 cents per token, right? And once it gets there, you can sell it and then wait for the token to go down and then buy it again at 1 or 2 cents per token, and then wait for it to get listed on Huobi Global. Once it pumps, you can dump it at a higher price, wait till it goes down, buy it again, and then wait for a Binance listing, and then it will pump extremely harder. You can sell it at that time and then wait for the token to go lower again and then buy it again. So you can keep pumping. This token will get pumping and dumping once a exchange lists this token, because there's going to be volume for this token where people will start buying and selling, and the market cap will increase slightly, which will give you an opportunity to sell this token, and then you can wait for this to go down, buy it back, sell, buy it back, sell, and repeat that cycle to make insane gains from this token, right? So clearly, if you're a trader, you can make the most amount of money by trading this token after every exchange listing, right? And what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I think this token has a really good short-term potential as well as long-term potential. The tokenomics is the only bad thing about this project, but as I said, the market cap is so small that even a small amount of money coming into this token will push the price of this token quite high, right? So as I said, wait till a Gear.io listing happens, which will happen pretty soon, and you can basically sell it at that time and then sell it, again, at a Huobi global listing or a Binance listing, and maybe possibly a Coinbase listing as well in the future, in order to make money every time a new exchange lists this token, right? You can also make arbitrage trading between different exchanges to make money from that one as well. And if you're believing in the decentralized social media in the future, then holding this token for long term is a really good opportunity to make some insane gains, because I personally feel like this token and this project will start dominating and will start attracting a lot of users from Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, as well as other social media platforms in order to make them money while providing them with the freedom of expression, freedom of speech that they are lacking in the centralized platforms right now, right? So I think an easy 10x is possible with a Binance listing, but in the long term, which is 5 to 10 years from now, I can easily see this token hitting 500x, which is the $500 million market cap that this token can hit, which will make this token one of the most valuable tokens and one of the most profitable tokens in the future, right? But again, this is all speculations, guys, not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting hard-earned money on this token, right? Now for the important question, how did I know that this project is going to get a listing on Binance, and how did I know that this token is supported by Binance Labs? So the technique that I used this time is I went to DAO Maker, which is another platform which has invested in this project. So DAO Maker is an incubator platform which incubates extremely high quality tokens and gives people an opportunity to buy these tokens if they perform a specific function. So DAO Maker provides a lot of strong holder offerings, which is one of the methods by which you can buy tokens from them, and they also provide a table of all the completed token sales and all the all-time highs and the token market, the SHO token raised for that particular project, as well as the other information about that particular token launch, right? So if you clearly see here, they have a column called lead, which tells you which major company has invested in this particular project, right? Let's say, for example, if you take a look at BFitter, which is one of the projects that they launched recently, this token raised $600,000 through DAO Maker, and it made 15x all-time high immediately after its launch, and it has been invested by a company called Ice-T Labs, right? So Ice-T Labs is the major stakeholder when it comes to this project, right? So if you scroll further below, you can see that BBS network also had a listing through DAO Maker. So DAO Maker incubated this project and they listed this project and they raised money for BBS network, and they raised about $550,000 through DAO Maker, which did a 4x immediately after its launch. And then this project is also supported by Binance. It seems like Binance has a major stake or investment in this project, and that's how I was able to figure out that Binance is possibly going to list this token. And when I went to their website, I got the confirmation that Binance Labs has invested in this project, which means Binance is going to most likely 99.9% of the time list this token on their platform, right? Because Binance Labs is the investment arm of Binance, and if Binance Labs lists or invest in a particular project, then Binance will list that token, right? This has happened multiple times. So I covered several projects that got listed on Binance by this method in my channel. So if you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend you guys to go through my channel and find out those videos, right? Every video that I cover in my channel has either a potential Binance listing or a Coinbase listing, right? So you can make a lot of money by following my channel as well as by buying the tokens after doing your own research, obviously. and you just need to hold on to it because it's a bear market, so you won't see a lot of action right now. But in the next bull market, all my subscribers are going to become millionaires. That's definitely possible. If you guys have invested at least $500 to $1,000 in at least one of the tokens that we covered in our channel, by the next bull market you will definitely make some incredible gains, right? If you have invested more, you have a high chance of becoming a millionaire soon. So don't miss out on any videos that we present on our channel. This is one of the best channels for you to get extremely high alpha from. There's no scam, there's no clickbait. I'm making all of these videos with all my personal assumptions and information that I'm getting from their website as well as CoinMarketCap, which are all reliable sources. So if you want high quality information for any of the new low market cap tokens, then this is the best channel for you, right? So I highly recommend you guys to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell icon, as well as like and share this video so that you can spread the word and make more millionaires in that process, right? So that's the technique that I use to figure out that BBS network is a project that will get a Binance listing pretty soon, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.